Seeking revenge and karma on a narcissist. Many people go through a stage of wanting to see karma hit the narcissist. Many people go through a stage of wanting to get revenge on a narcissist. This is a normal human emotion when somebody has duped you, conned you, exploited you, hurt you, and let you down in some way. And often we can mix up the feelings of seeking revenge or seeking karma for seeking justice, which is simply we want peace, we want harmony, we want the scales balanced. So this video is going to explain more about revenge and karma and the best way to seek revenge on a narcissist. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. If you are new to the channel, this channel is all about the narcissist personality disorder, to give you more understanding of the people you might have been around throughout your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you overcome narcissistic abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. When people provoke you in some way, when people let you down, when people promise you things and then don't deliver, when people play games with your emotions, when they sell you one thing to deliver you something completely different, when they tell you that you're the one that's bitter, that you're the one that's jealous because you are the one that is hurting, you are the one that is in pain. The narcissist usually follows a pattern of behaviour where they will love bomb that flattery, those false promises of the future, wanting to spend time with people, and then they will devalue people. They will lower people's standards. They raise people's expectations in the love bombing or the idolization, then they devalue people to lower their standards. Then they offer those intermittent reinforcements of play nice, when they re-idolize people, when they love bomb people again, when they offer those future fakes. Often then they will find a replacement, as a narcissist is seeking that supply. Once they've found that replacement, they discard you, often in horrific ways. Once they've discarded you, they can go one of two ways, or they can do both. Some can leave you alone. Some can go over the top to rub it in your face with whatever that particular narcissist is doing, whether that's your parent that's suddenly paying lots of attention to your sibling, an ex-partner that's moved straight in with somebody else, a boss that is now telling everyone else in the area that you are no good to employ, so you're struggling to get work. Whatever it is, a narcissist will do their best to smear your name, to destroy your credibility, to destroy your character, to get people to question who you are as a person. Or they will hoover you. They will come back with the false promises of change. Some can do both. Then the cycle repeats again. They idolize again, to devalue again, to offer those reinforcements, those intermittent reinforcements, to discard you, to smear you, to hoover you. And we are not responsible for our abuser, nor are we responsible for our abuse. We are responsible, once we recognise what is happening to us, to find a safe way out, and there is help out there to find a safe way out, and we are responsible for our healing. Doesn't seem fair at the time, however, you do learn a lot through the healing. So a narcissist will go all out to provoke those emotions within you. Not only do they provoke emotions within you, they have often left you emotionally all over the place. They've often left you with anxiety, they've often left you with depression, they've often left you ruminating about what you could and could not do differently. They've often left you isolated from support. They've often left you isolated financially. So when they are coming at you with game after game after game, it is very normal to feel angry. It is very normal to want to seek revenge. At the very least, it's very normal to want to see karma hit them, and it's more than normal to have a giggle if you do see karma hit them. The thing is, when seeking revenge on a narcissist, they've often learned everything about you. They know exactly what to chip away at to bait you into either getting angry, justifying yourself to them, explaining yourself to them, or defending yourself to them. And they've usually done it in a way that plays straight into their hands, be it the smear campaign or the Hoover. The narcissist is usually set the stage so that when you get angry, when you justify, when you defend, when you explain, it plays straight into their hands. And often we are then the ones that are left feeling worse. Narcissists don't have the compassion to understand us. They can't comprehend what we are telling them. They can only work it to their advantage. So seeking revenge on a narcissist, when you're somebody who is empathetic, when you're somebody who cares about other people, when you're somebody who wants to help other people, when you're somebody who wants to see people do well, even if that narcissist has hurt you, so now you no longer want to see them do well. If you do something to cause their downfall, most often you're going to be the one that ends up with feeling of guilt, and more feelings of guilt and feelings of remorse to then also work on getting over. And you have enough to work on without adding to the mix. And with a narcissist, as they don't care for people, we can't say how they do or don't care for people, but going on the traits of the disorder, going on the fact that they believe they are special, they are entitled, they lack empathy, they exploit people, going on the traits of the actual disorder, a narcissist is all me, me, me. So if they're not getting their needs met, if they're not getting what they want, they're not going to be caring about or towards the other person. So if they see that somebody is trying to harm their lives in some way or expose them in some way, this is going to cause a narcissistic injury, which could potentially cause narcissistic rage. And as they lack empathy to care, there is no stopping what a narcissist will do. There is also no saying in what they will do. If you've been one that's fallen for the reactive abuse, you will know everybody has their limitations. Everybody has buttons that can be pushed to the point where they snap. Most people, once they have, can recognise that they don't like that within themselves. They can recognise that the worst has been brought out in them and they can learn from that and not do it again. With a narcissist, they simply blame the other person. So when you're seeking revenge on them, to a narcissist, this is game on. This is where they will start to attack you all the more. And as you have more of the feelings that they don't, 9 times out of 10, a narcissist will win. No, it's not fair. However, you can't play with fire, because if you play with fire, you will get burned. The best way To seek revenge on a narcissist is to no longer play their games. No contact, grey rock, step away from their games. No longer get drawn in. No longer justify yourself to them for being yourself. No longer argue with them because they're not going to see your point of view. Don't explain yourself to them. They want your explanations to use against you. Don't defend yourself to them. They want your defenses up so they can poke away and get you to your limit so that you snap and they can blame you. With a narcissist, they feel threatened, they fear exposure, they feel criticized, they feel judged, they feel like they're going to be abandoned. They then provoke the person who they feel has done those things to them into reacting, and then they blame the person for reacting. So no matter what you do, the narcissist will blame you. You need to stand in your own truth as to who you are as a person. The only person you need to explain yourself to, justify yourself to, defend yourself to, and even argue with is yourself. And focusing on your intentions. Was your intent in your best interest and the best interest of those around you? If your intent was coming from a good place, you don't need to explain yourself to those who are going to seek to use your explanations against you. Narcissists require excessive attention. So one, revenge without actually harming them is to safely step away and slowly cut off the attention that you provide them, because your safety comes first. So slowly cut off the attention that you provide them. This, yes, it can cause a narcissistic injury and they can up their games, which is why it's also wise to learn their pattern of behaviour so you have an idea of what to expect from them when you stop playing, so that you don't get drawn into it, so that you can recognise, oh, they're smearing my name because they want me to go and defend myself. Oh, they're calling me lazy because they want me to justify my actions. Oh, they're calling me awkward because they want me to break down a boundary. Recognise what game they are playing, why they are playing it, and do not respond to it. Step away from their games. Narcissists believe they are entitled to have what they want, when they want, with whoever they want it. When you stop playing, it does question their entitlement, which is why some will up their games, which is why you need to recognise whether you need to simply go no contact and move miles away, or whether you can go limited contact and grey rock. It all depends on the narcissist you're dealing with. It could just be someone that has a lot of narcissistic tendencies that's not on the disorder. Still, they can reach their limits and they can react towards you. It might be someone on the spectrum, it might be someone on the low end of the spectrum, it might be someone on the high end of the spectrum, it might be someone mixed in with other disorders. It might be a narcissist, sociopath, a narcissist, psychopath, where you need to be extra careful and move miles away. The best revenge on a narcissist is to step away and no longer play. Yes, you are responsible of stepping away. You are responsible of no longer playing. You are responsible of finding the right method that works for you. And you can find lots of amazing advice on the internet. And it's about following the advice that suits who you are as a person. If it feels like the right thing to do for you, then do it. If it doesn't, keep looking. Know your outcome. Know what you want to achieve. Know your goal. Know that you want justice. Know that you want peace. Know that you no longer want to deal with that person. Know your outcome, and you will find a way to get yourself there. Many have before you. You will too. And as narcissists are incredibly envious, you do have to be careful. Some people think that by showing the narcissist how well they're doing without them, that is a bit of revenge. However, narcissists are envious. So if they see you doing well without them, they might seek to then destroy what you have achieved. Sometimes just the knowledge of knowing that you are doing well without them will help you shift out of that headspace of seeking revenge and move into your present moment, move into your life, and leave the narcissist in the past where they belong. Narcissists don't like losing control, which is why, again, you have to be careful. The best revenge is to no longer play and no longer allow them to have the control over your emotions, to have the control over your thinking, to have the control over your friends, to have the control over your career. Stop them having the control over these things. Narcissists, it can cause narcissistic injury. So again, watch out for the games that they might play. Step away safely, and the best revenge is by no longer allowing them to control you and learning to control how your day wants to go, how your week wants to go, how you want your life to go, the things that you want from your life, the people you want within your life. Once you learn how to respond to a narcissist, once you gain back control of your thinking and your emotions and take it back away from the narcissist so that you no longer react to them and you just respond to them, you have your power back. When it comes to things like revenge, it is often because we hold resentment. We do have to work on losing that resentment. Again, wanting revenge can just be about seeking justice. However, sometimes you're not the person to deliver that justice. Sometimes you have to step away and let life educate them while you go and educate yourself. When it comes to resentment, whenever we are holding on to that resentment, and it takes time, it takes practice, it takes whatever method suits you to shift that resentment out. But whenever you hold on to that resentment, the narcissist has a piece of you. The narcissist has that control over you. The narcissist has that power over you. Losing that resentment you have towards them is part of your revenge. It's part of your recovery, because whenever you're holding on to that resentment, the narcissist is swanning off doing whatever they want without a second thought to you, unless they need to exploit you for something again. Things like anger. Again, holding on to anger, the narcissist has that piece of you. They have that control over your feelings. So you have got to find the right method for you to release that anger. One method is to pity the narcissist, pity the replacement. The replacement is just somebody that will be used as the narcissist use you. Most often, narcissist behaviour gets worse as they grow older, not better. The replacement is just another game. They are going to be treated just the same as the narcissist treated you, if not worse. The narcissist cannot find that true inner happiness. They cannot find that true inner peace, and you cannot help them find it. They have to be able to find it for themselves. We are not responsible for the things that happen to us as such. We are not responsible for how other people abuse us. We are responsible for our healing. Narcissists can have had a traumatic childhood. There is plenty of people who had traumatic childhoods that don't go around destroying people in their adulthoods. There's varying situations that happen. However, it is not an excuse. Trauma is not an excuse to go and harm other people. So you cannot help them. You can pity them and lose your feelings of anger towards them. The best revenge on a narcissist is learning from the toxic experience, finding you again, discovering who you are as a person, discovering your dreams, discovering your hobbies, discovering your passion, discovering your likes and dislikes, discovering your life, discovering your future. The best revenge is living well without them. If anyone has any advice on what helped them get over the emotions and get over the feelings of anger and resentment, please do drop that into the comments, as there is many different methods, and it's all about finding the one that suits you as a person, that suits the situation you've been through, that suits the people you've been dealing with. Yes, our stories can be very similar. However, we have all lived a different set of circumstances. Thank you very much for listening. I am full for one-to-one coaching. I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is in the description if you need somebody to talk directly to. I also have the online courses available, which are in the description. I shall add the video on anger and resentment into the description also. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.